What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Nathan's Notables, first edition of 2019. Had a little 3-week break, but this past Thursday things got kicked back up for winter sports, and we had competitions on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we actually got a rather loaded edition for you for only 3 days. A lot of good action, and I went out to the Tri-County duels and Wilbur duels on Friday, and on Thursday I was at the Fairbury Tri-County basketball game, which that was very exciting as well. So we're keeping the format the same for winter, and that leads us to passing the eye test. And for me, Wilber-Clatonia Wrestling, they won their home duel tournament. They went 5-0 in duels at that tournament on Friday, and they beat Johnson County Central, Crete, Milford, Raymond Central, and Sutton, and really good performance. I watched their duels against Milford and Sutton, and both close duels, but my takeaway from that is they're a team that's willing to scrap. They lost a lot of good pieces from last year, but they're young kids, maybe more inexperienced kids. They're all scrappers. They don't give up. They don't get pinned in situations. You know, they fight, and that was probably a key to them winning that, is they didn't give up those bonus points, which are crucial in a duel. So they passed my eye test this week. They're looking good. Excited to see how they do moving forward, heading up state. And top 3 performances. Start with number 3, Ace York, arguably the best wrestler, or one of them in the area. 170-pounder Fairbury, he's ranked 3rd in Class B. He went 4-0 last week, went 3-0, and won the Central City Invite. Got revenge in the process, beat Dylan Lee of Central City by pin, and Dylan Lee actually beat Ace at the Crete Invite, and then Ace started the season beating him at York, so now he's 2-1 against Dylan Lee, and so that was a great win for him. First individual tournament championship for Ace York this year, and then he beat Zachary Cerna at the Norris duel on Thursday. Cerna was state qualifier last year, so Ace York had a really good week for Fairbury Wrestling. Continues to improve since the beginning of the season. And number 2 is Brenner McLaughlin, Thayer Central Wrestling. He's a freshman, 113-pounder, and he won the Aquinas Invite, the only Titan to win that this past weekend. And he also was on the revenge train with Ace, and he beat Braden Ruffner of Conestoga 6-5 in the finals. And at the Auburn Invite earlier in the year, Ruffner beat McLaughlin. He beat him 3-1, so they both revenge wins. So that's always a great thing. But Brenner has an 18-4 record, which is the highest winning percentage on Thayer Central right now. That's a freshman you need to keep your eye on. He's not ranked, but he's going to fly under the radar, and I fully expect him to make state. And then number 1, Evan Larson, Tri-County basketball. He scored 2 season highs back-to-back, scored 21 against Fairbury, made 5 threes in that game, and then he followed that up the next day against Lawrence Nelson with 24 points, and then he made 6 threes. So he had a really good day from three-point line both games, and Evan Larson is that 3rd piece that Tri-County's been looking for behind Cole Seams and Creighton Niemeyer, their leading scorers all year. So they're looking really good. They just beat Exeter Milligan by double digits yesterday in MUDECAS. So Tri-County basketball, they're ranked 9th. They got 4th-seeded Freeman, but I'll talk about that here a little bit later in the show. And those are my top 3 performances for this past week. Now, favorite photo, tough decision here, but it's going to be Tri-County's Chad Niemeyer, his block over Fairbury's Joe Melker. Now, the emotion of it, he shows the emotion while he's getting the block. I love shots that capture emotion and action. I always strive for that, and that captures that, and nothing like a good block. Good block equivalent to me is like somebody getting launched in wrestling. It's exciting. It makes you say, wow. And when I took that photo, I actually did say, wow. So that was a great photo in my mind. I posted that on Facebook as well, if you want to check that out. And now we're moving to 3 competitions you need to look forward to in the next 3 days here. And starting with Fairbury's girls basketball versus Clay Center, Kansas, here at home, Fairbury High School on Saturday. Did a little research. Clay Center, Kansas Girls basketball is ranked 3rd in Class 3A, which is in the middle. There's 6A to 1A in Kansas, so they're ranked 3rd. Fairbury's won 5 games in a row. So this is, and all those teams that Fairbury's beat has had losing records. So this would be a big monumental win for them. And even though it's in the middle of the season, I think if they get this win, you know, watch out for Fairbury come postseason time. I think it'll build great momentum for them. And I've talked to Lyle Thompson numerous times about it. He's excited about this matchup as well, as he was in Kansas and as coach there. So, and then number 2. Fairbury Wrestling at Nebraska City Duels. For the top 4 Fairbury wrestlers, you got Ace York, Seth Vermonic, Carson York, and Brandon Heinrichs. All of them are going to have ranked opponents, possibly, at that duel tournament on Saturday in Nebraska City. And Seth Vermonic, he could face a 4th-ranked kid from Wahoo. Carson York, 5th-ranked kid from Hastings. Brandon Heinrichs has 4 ranked kids he could face. So there's a lot of good possible matchups, good testing out. And just like Garfield always says, they're facing best in the state week in, week out. That's going to prepare them for the postseason. So I look forward to seeing how they do after having a great showing at Central City Invite this past Saturday. And my top event to look forward to, MUDECAS basketball, of course, 90th annual MUDECAS tournament, always big, draws a lot of people, a lot of teams, and there's plenty of good matchups. Tri-County boys versus Freeman in the Division A semis of the boys. That's my top game to look forward to. Freeman's ranked 4th in Class C2, and Tri-County's ranked 9th in Class C2. Haven't crossed paths yet, but this will be a good gauge to see where Tri-County is at after, you know, they've won about 5 games in a row now. So, and then also you got both Diller Odell teams, so boys and girls, are playing HTRS, and the Diller Odell boys are the 4 seed going against top seed HTRS in the B division. And then in the girls division, the Diller Odell girls are the top seed in Division B. They're facing the 4th seed HTRS. So both of those games are going to be really good. I look forward to those on Thursday. And then also you're going to have Tri-County. They're the girls, they're 2nd seed. They're going to play 3rd seed Palmyra in the semis in the game before the Diller Odell girls at Southeast Community College on Thursday. So those are the 3 contests I have to look forward to, and that should be a wrap for this week. But as always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week for another edition of Nathan's Notables.